Hi guys. Sorry. StreamYard said it had exceptionally high volume and they were creating resources. I think a lot of people are. Hold on one second. Hi. Okay, I just went live. I'll call you in a little bit. Are you okay? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I love you. Bye. My sister is an empty nester for the first time since she had a baby. Tonight's her first night sleeping under her roof with no kids. Kind of weird. How is everybody tonight? Let me see who's here. Hello, everybody. Do I not have the comments on? That would be helpful. Hi, guys. So sorry. I thought I had the comments up because I made a comment. Now I don't even know where it went. Can you guys see comments? Here we go. Hello, everybody. Say hello if you are here right now. Wait. Hello. Are you feeling better? Is your migraine better? I've got like a lot of Chanel stuff going on. You guys, I'm sorry. I had to put the Western back together. All I did literally was take off my eye makeup. I made sure to take off my under eye so we could do the little trick that I got from Lionel Makeup. Where's the stuff? Oh, you guys. This is not like every moisturizer that I'm using right now, like from Korea. This refreshed my makeup enough where I didn't have to change my makeup. I just kind of pressed some of this in and then used my brush with tiny little bit of the Westman just to like even things out because I want to be able to do makeup, but I didn't have time to like wash my face and everything. And honestly, this is my new obsession for real. I don't know. You guys know I never use that word, but I'm buying these tomorrow when I order my one lip gloss from the Mary Phillips collection. I'm picking up another one of these because I'm fearful that she's going to sell out of them again, which happened with her peptide. So guys, it's been an interesting day. Very interesting. I am going to pull this up right now. I have so many thoughts and so much to talk about. It is just crazy. Hi, Molly. Hey, Molly. It's a soft place to land over here. I had an extremely rough day at work today, guys. She works in an ER. Okay. Why is this not loading? I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get this to load. Hello, everyone. Hi. Hello, Jacqueline. I can't open the Chanel. Let's try a new link. They're clearly excited about their new fragrance. It's dancing all over the place. Okay. I need to break this down. First of all, before anything, because I don't want this to get lost in the mix, this arrived today. I do not have proper words. I have not touched this yet. Like it's a virgin. I want you, I'm going to turn this way up. That might be worse. How about down? Okay. I want you to look at this palette, and I'm cool toned. So look at how this actually is a cool tone palette, not a cold tone palette like she did with Xenon. I would say this is cold. This is cold. This is cool. I think they'll be fun together, though. They could be like friends. And I want a navy. I have a navy color that is, I think, from Tom Ford that I want to mix into here. Molly and I have often fantasized about a platinum palette with taupes and navy and beiges and pearly colors and champagne and maybe like a wine. We want a platinum palette. She did gold, she did bronze, she did copper, like all those ones. She never did platinum, but now we have this. So, I mean, I'm going to have to do another live this week because we got to look at that. And I'm not going to mix that into this video. I am going to play with it tomorrow, though. Sorry, I am. I'm going to dip into it. We'll swatch it tonight at the end. So let's kind of walk through what I've tried to do. First of all, did anyone buy the palette? What is going on here? I really don't like computers. I've decided I'm not doing this anymore. Okay. I have all my notes on here and it's like not coming up because I have a lot of notes. I need the whole notebook that I made with the bullet points. Okay, don't rant into your phone. Let's see what we have. So far, I have chosen not to buy. I think I probably have all the shades and I'm trying to be more careful with my purchases. I like that spirit a lot. I feel it. Last night we looked at the Vizier palette that looked very similar. And honestly, I haven't touched it yet. It's still in the box. And I was going to swatch it in the store and I decided against it. However, I saw a makeup artist working on somebody using the palette. So I have seen it in action a little bit. I think that there are going to be discussions that are going to be coming. Hello, Holly. Computers are supposed to make everything fast, and all we do is wait as the computer freezes. Everything was frozen tonight when I went in there. It was weird. Okay. Okay. I'm going to need the words to be a lot bigger. Okay. How are we doing so far? Okay, so I want to start with like going back in time for a minute to like the 2016, 17, 15, that sort of like 10-ish years ago when beauty YouTube was like watching Tati's videos and Jeffree Star and Jaclyn Hill, and there was just like a whole cast of characters that we all watched. And many of those makeup artists went on to create their own lines of makeup. And it was much more diverse back then. There were the big conglomerates. We still had L'Oreal and Estee Lauder definitely, present and holding on to a bunch of brands. But not all of them have been acquired yet. I'm not sure when Bobbi Brown sold. Tom Ford just recently sold. They all, Charlotte Tilbury, like they all eventually kind of sell to a bigger company. And bigger companies have different resources than a smaller company. I know this is like stupid, but let me grab something. We used to set alarms and sit by our computers and have like, different windows open. You'd have your phone going and the computer. And it was like a whole thing where you had to like compete to be one of the lucky ones who actually got to get whatever it was that they were selling. Hello, Rebecca. Rebecca's going to have a lot to say about this. She is well versed in all things beauty and fashion. We know this. I want to talk a little bit about the Betty tonight because I think it's a great example of a palette that was put out by a small brand that did not anticipate the kind of demand that there was going to be for this palette. And it sold out fairly quickly. I have the dates somewhere, but it was pretty fast. And in a very short time, people were begging her to bring it back. And she finally made a video and said, I've heard you guys. I am going to bring it back, but I'm going to tell you right now, we're starting over. And when you're a small business, you have to think about the component, all the ingredients, who's going to put them in the pans, who's going to give us the little boxes, how do we get those printed? Like there's so many things that have to happen. And as a brand that's really small, like not like a Chanel or, an Estee Lauder, like a big brand, it took her like a year, almost a year to bring back Betty for her customers. That's a whole different story than when there were teasy things happening. Yes, Pat McGrath, motherships used to fight to the death. Now, in my makeup treasures, I have, and I can pull them out, I have a lot of the little experimental things in the plastic containers that she sent out when it was just Pat McGrath Labs, and that's where the labs came from. And you'd get like one thing that was like crazy and you'd never seen it before, and we now know those as like duochromes. That was good, smart marketing for her because she got to test the water. She was self-funded at that point. I get it. Then there were the brands that had the larger palettes. One of these creators is not somebody that I talk about on my channel, so I'm going to speak in large terms here. There were some large palettes, many pans, not Natasha, not Pat. That's all I'm saying. And there would be like a crazy sell and then it would sell out. And then it would come back and it would sell out again. And oh my God, we found more, so we'll sell it out again. And it created this frenzy buying that happened to us about 10 years ago. I have Miss Betty. I think I'm going to give her extra love during the Chanel LV shenanigans and feel just fine. Good thinking, Jacqueline. I am vibing with you right now. My daughter was 16 in 2016, and we would sit by the computer for hours to get palettes that she wanted. Ugh. Yes. So we all kind of were conditioned to think that they had made more or, whatever. Until we had a better understanding, like we do now, of what's really going on in the beauty space. And yes, I'm going to be caffeinating again because I'm dead today. We were in frenzy buying, and it was, we're going to tease you, and then we're going to throw it out there, and a couple of you are going to be able to get it, and we're going to crash the website, and oh my God, it's sold out again, and set your alarm for 3 a.m. because at midnight Pacific, it's going to go live. And people would sit there with their phone and a computer and a laptop and try to get makeup. I'm not really sure when that changed and calmed down, but we finally got to a place where it was like, okay, if it's a small brand like a phytosurgeons that's actually making their own product and they come up with a new color, they will sell it out and they'll make more. And as they make more, they will put them out again. They let their people know with emails. They're good at communication, that kind of thing. Lisa Eldridge is my model example of how I think this model works. A small brand like Lisa Eldridge, and when I say small, I don't mean like, oh, she's small potatoes. She's independently owned. I want to swatch this just because it's so freaking beautiful and we're talking about it. When this palette came out, it was so exciting and it was such a success and everybody loved the color story and her formulas were great and people had started buying, even though it was like overseas and stuff, people were buying from Lisa. And when people wanted this palette back, she was like, yes, but guys, it's going to take a while because we didn't plan to do this. And it's like starting over again. I mean, can we just take a moment for Lisa? And everybody mentally in your brain, think about the fact that she will be putting something out for holiday. And if you consistently know and buy from her, put a pin in that in your budget because she does make a sensational product. She is a smaller brand. When her stuff is limited edition, it's a lot different than a giant company. A giant company, I researched today, depending on the materials and stuff, if they already know the recipe for the powders or whatever it is that they're making, the palettes, they can usually turn it around in a few weeks or a few months, depending on the size of the project, how many pans there are, how many factories they have working on them, how much extra raw material they have around. It usually takes a couple months, but they'll restock. And we've all been through this is going to be limited edition. Oh, everybody loves it. We're going to make it permanent. That is one thing. That's not this. I want to talk about what happened here. I need to recycle this and get this in bigger print because I am not going to make it through here. Give me 1 second. I have to resize this. Ooh, you wear the Vega palette every day, almost every day. It's just so good and so quick and easy. It is so pretty. I love her palette. I should do like a whole like Lisa Eldridge homage to Lisa. What is this? Okay. I need this on the computer. Stupid AI. Okay, here we go. All right. So I want to take everybody back for a minute. Oh, I do want to say I have a really cool giveaway tonight. Hold on, let me get it. I'm not going to open this one. I'm going to open mine. Oh, I have like a whole box of Chanel here. Okay, here we go. I think it wasn't last season. It might have been the season before. But Chanel came out with these blushes. There was a coral and there was a mauve. I bought the mauve one, fell totally in love with it, and bought a backup. And I'm giving it away tonight. Somebody's going to win the Douceur d'Equinox Blush Harmony Beige Rose at Mauve, number 798. It's fantastic. It's powder. I have no idea about the shelf life on here. That's your business. If you want to put it on or you want to look at it, that's for you. But this is my giveaway tonight. All these backups that I've been backing up are going to be giveaways, I've decided. And we're going to dig because I don't want our conversations to always be about the new shit. I just don't. This is like exactly what is missing from the beauty space right now is the beauty chat. We have influencers, makeup artists, product professionals, scientists, product developers, marketing people. We have giant companies that are investing, and there's a whole monetary side, a whole advertising side. I mean, we have like kind of turned everything inside out, and we see a lot more now. We're more educated, we know more, we're smarter, and we have opinions, and we are real. I know that AI goes very heavy into Reddit. I've never personally been a fan of Reddit because I just feel like it's kind of a dark place and a lot of not nice things are said there, and it doesn't make me feel good. So I don't know why I'd want to be there. I don't need rage bait, and I really just don't want to rant about stuff all the time. Sometimes I just want to be like, this is pretty and let's put it on, you know? I'm going to haul out my Lancome Louvre. Oh, I love the Louvre palette, and use those gorgeous soft sparkly shades as well. Yay. Okay, yes, wow. Perfect fall blush. It is such a great blush. I like it with a little teeny cream on it, and it's just so nice. I will mail it to you, babe. I will mail it to you if I have to. Oh, the shipping. You would win a $25 gift certificate to Sephora is what I did on the last one. I'm sorry. If we can figure out another way, absolutely. I definitely want you guys to be able to win, but the package that I was going to send was like $40. We'll work it out. If you win, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure something good out. Maybe we can I'm sure there's like forwarding services and stuff like that. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Hopefully that'll work. What was I just saying? I have menopause. Let me just start here. I want to show you guys something. This is where I want to start. Hold on. I'm going to put something up here that I'd like to show all of you, because I don't want to be the only voice here. Okay, this is the denim collection. I'm on the Chanel live website right now, and it is still showing us the entire denim collection. And if you were alive last year, you remember these two palettes that were exclusive to Nordstrom because it was for their anniversary. There was this one, and it had a sister. This one. I did not purchase that highlighter. It was just too much money to buy all that stuff, and I knew I wasn't going to use the highlighter. And these I do love and use, and I'm very happy. They came with the cute little pouch and everything. It was a whole thing. But what happened, what happened was they didn't say that it was exclusive to Nordstrom at the beginning. And we didn't realize how few of these there were going to be until it came out. But the thing is, they're all still on the website here. If I click on Coco Jean, I can look at it and it says sold out. Why is it still there? You can search for denim, go to makeup, and click on the palettes, and it's going to tell you that they're sold out. Why is it still on the website? They don't keep everything up from the past. When things go, they go. We know what just happened with all the eyeshadow palettes. They took them. We know what happened with all the lip glosses. They took them. This is intentional. They made a choice. I'm not saying good or bad. They made a choice to leave this up. I think it's interesting. What are your thoughts on that? I really would like to know what you guys think about the fact that the denim information of sold out is still accessible on the website. They've never restocked it at all. I'm going to go to denim first. The collection was like a 1 or 2 day frenzy of buying because people flipped out when Nordstrom was selling out everywhere, all the palettes. I remember going there and putting like a phone number up, and people were scrambling because they didn't realize that it was going to be such a small drop. And it taught us a lesson. Keep us waiting, so we pounce. Okay, I don't know if we can call it PTSD, but definitely your beauty brain goes bonkers when you think that you're not getting something. Last night, Molly experienced this. She was trying to check out on the Chanel website and had a hard time. And it was bringing back those feelings of urgency. And we all felt it. And last night, when Maria put her link up, everybody went and did their thing that was going to do their thing. Because, oh my God, if we don't, it's the denim collection all over again. What I find really interesting is that people really liked having a blue in their palettes again. Like, I think that was a kind of a bold move in makeup to make blue the star again after it being so, like, you know, anti everything. You don't see the denim collection on the Chanel Canada site. It must still be there in the US to show you that you missed out. I agree. I think that this lesson, this model, let's just talk about the eyeshadow palettes, because clearly, like, the lipsticks and stuff we could do without. Some people were really excited about that highlighter. Other people were like, I don't know if I can do like a blue highlighter. So let's just talk about the two palettes, because that was like the main thing. I can't believe it's still available everywhere, and your guys' essays only got a few. Well, that is like the really interesting thing here. When you buy makeup all the time and you have a person, and let's just say you're me, and you review makeup, or you have lives, or you, whatever it is that you do, you have a relationship with these people that sell the makeup, and it's a trust issue. It's like, I'm going to get it. You're going to buy it. I'm going to make sure it's here for you. It's a back and forth relationship, and it's important. You feel good when you have someone. I actually like broke up with my previous Chanel person and went through Felice, and also found my old Chanel person. She popped up in another store, but still Chanel. So you have a relationship, you know. I personally much prefer the blue in the Rouge palette the previous year to both blues in the denim palette, but their motives in keeping it on the site are so suspect. I really, it was weird, because I was like, okay, all of the frontline people were told, you have 6 palettes in your store and you're only going to have 5 lipsticks. And between the essays, you are all going to each get this much. And you go to your front people that are in your sphere, and you can like kind of pre-sell. That was what they did in the boutiques, because the boutiques had, the only information that they had was, this is all you are getting. So I don't think that Chanel lied to them. I just think that they weren't very forthcoming. Last night, right around this time, even a little earlier, Maria burst onto this scene with a live link. Okay, first of all, it went live before, like the night before, and not late at night. We're talking like after dinner. Like, it was not even like we're watching the news. It was that in between time when you kind of scroll, or you're sitting here having a live. And that is not oops, I pressed the wrong button. You know, like that was not an oops. This was not one store somewhere having something go online. We've seen that happen with like Natasha Genona's stuff, where like somebody in Bulgaria will get a palette from the wrong place, but and show it, and she goes crazy and takes it down. Sorry, I'm so thirsty today. So we were all kind of conditioned and taught that Chanel limited edition now can mean scarce, not very many made. I'm going to put a pin in that for a second. And I just want to side note that we are going to address the Louis Vuitton in the room, because it needs to be talked through. We all, from the denim thing, kind of went back to our old mindset of, if the SA is only getting 6 and they're being told that this is limited edition and that only like their top people that buy from them can get a palette, that has nothing to do with what was going on in stocking the stores. I've seen Chanel make it live before launch, also Guerlain too. Then it goes down, then back up, then down. It's crazy. And the websites all stutter the entire time like it's the 90s internet. 100% get it. 100%. The fake sellouts are a whole different animal, like the Kylie situation, like where, you know, the little drops and, oh, we have it again, and the little drops and, oh, it's back. And that's a whole other conversation. But it does factor into your thinking about the collections. Everybody knows there's going to be 1,000 things thrown at us between now and Black Friday. It is just absolutely a shitstorm of crazy amounts of makeup coming at you at one time, on a budget, in a bad economy, before the holidays. Not a great combo, you know? So that's why I want everybody to kind of press pause a little bit, take stock of what you have. I mean, I'm buying backups of giant blushes. Why? Because we've been conditioned to think that they're never going to have another blush again that I'm going to want to wear. You know, it's just that whole, I can't stand it. I don't like being manipulated or played. Yes, the website buffers, causes panic, and it's still there now chilling on the website. I bet you could check out now, like with ease. They probably would just do it all for you. You could just press one button or something. The beauty world gymnastics, backbends and twisters and cartwheels and all that stuff that we have to do is kind of not fun at our age. I don't know. Like, I was so excited about the Rhode bronzers because their blushes are really nice, and I wanted to get them to show to you guys. I sat here for 45 minutes waiting to check out of that store. That is how many sales there were. And I'm not slow on the computer. I'm not a Gen Zer, but I'm not like clearly I'm a moron with the computer, because every day I'm a moron with the computer. But I have good customer service here with my son, so we figure it out. What happened was a fake scarcity this time. We had the denim in our minds. It's still on the website. And the people who have the relationship with us were told, this is how many you're getting. They said nothing about what was going into Chanel.com, Nordstrom stores, which is separate, and then Nordstrom.com, Macy's stores in store, and then Macy's.com. So you've got a lot of ponds here, a lot more than you think, even though it seems like there are 3 retailers, there are not. We have every single individual Chanel boutique that sells makeup. And then there are Chanel's within certain stores that are actually like their own thing, like at Bloomie's by Me. The Chanel is owned by Chanel. It's a Chanel boutique within the store. The people who work there are not employees of Bloomingdale's. They are employees of Chanel. Then you have each Nordstrom location where you can go shop in person. That is a whole different set of what do you call it? How many they have, the inventory. Thank you. The inventory of the stores they can search to see if it's at another store. But the .com part of Nordstrom is a separate beast with its own inventory. Macy's, Macy's.com. So you have to think about the in-stores in the different neighborhoods. What are each of them going to get based on the sales that are in those stores? And then how are we going to launch it? They launched early. People thought, oh my God, I can't believe it. I have to buy this right now because they're all going to be gone. It's going to be like the denim collection all over again. And this time they flooded what looks like, I'm not going to say that it's not going to sell out because it may. I have no idea how many things they have in stock, but you could probably go test it and see if you could put like 100, pallets in a order and click check out without really checking out. You know how you like fill your cart. The fake scarcity thing and the belief that we had to this sense of urgency about this palette is the part of it that is sitting heavily for me. And I also really feel badly for the essays right now because let's say you shop like a normal person at a store and you have a lady you like to go to and she works at the Chanel counter and you've bought things from her before and she knows you and you know her and it's nice. And maybe you're building a relationship. Maybe you're just shopping casually. Those relationships are strained by this because they had to make choices about who was going to get it and who was not going to get it. And then they had to tell those customers that they couldn't get that for them because they were only getting 7 or whatever it was in the store. And then to have every single retailer that they're using have it in stock, have it in stores, have it to pick up. I have it. She gave me some goodies here, and I'll put this into the giveaway. Got a little sublimage cream, some Coco Mademoiselle perfume, a La Volume mascara. Ooh, sublimage eye serum. I might have to keep that. I'm just kidding. I will make this all part of the giveaway. It'll be like a Chanel Fiesta for somebody. Oh, this is just a different sample. So there's a Sephora crap in there. Okay. So I'm going to take the palette out and talk a little bit, but let's enjoy the palette for a minute. It says Le 9 Ombre High Intensity Multi-Effect Eyeshadow Palette, $5.87. The new Smoky. It's a large palette. Same size as the mauve. And honestly, I feel like if you have this, bust it out, because I feel like this is going to do really well with it. And if you have the peachy one and you like to lean more peachy, pull that one out, because both of them I think are going to work with this. Here we go. I have not touched it. The color stories from the holidays were nothing like this. They weren't, each one of them was like its own story. This seems to me like a cohesive thought. Feels very Chanel and very safe. Like, I feel like this is something that most people would want to try. We've seen the swatches from Asia. We knew ahead of time that it is described to have, I think it's 5, I forget what they call it, 9 formulas. Hang on. 5 and 4 formulas. What are they? Sorry, but my brain just can't hold all of this right now. So there are 5 base structure shades. Number 2, I don't even know what direction this is. It says number 2 here. Number 2, beige, light medium base. Number 4, taupe mauve, depth crease. Number 5, red brown, depth crease. Number 6, medium beige, blending smoky base. Number 8, pink, light medium base. And then 4 of them are top coats. We have number 1, which must be down here. I think I'm like holding this the wrong way because it's online. This one would be the sparkly white. And number 2 is the shimmery platinum. And then number 7, powder pink. And number 9, silvery purple. So they're claiming to have 5 base shades and 4 toppers. Okay. It is really beautiful. I mean, let's drink her in for a moment. When I look at this, I think it looks really wearable. I didn't buy those expensive 9 pans at the holidays because there were so many other things that I would rather spend my money on. Let me see what you guys are saying here. If you think about the speed of makeup, everything is limited edition except for Revlon cherries in the snow. This is true. My daughter is an essay women's trend and open contemporary at Nordstrom, and she puts up with so much. Shout out to the essays out there. You know what, Holly? Hallelujah on that. These women, most of them women that I know, are probably really freaking out today. More than us. When you think about having to tell somebody that you have a relationship with who maybe doesn't spend the same amount that you spend, and you have to tell them that they can't have something that then the very thing is on every website for everyone to get, is like a lot to swallow, you know? The mauve in Rouge Noir will be perfect with it. Yeah, and you could really go either direction. I mean, this is the one that I have, but you could see where this could be more peachy. You know, you could definitely do that because there are some, you know, warmer tones here. It's not just this. But I think you could do either cheek palette. Also, I broke out, hold on. I'm such a cream blush person. I broke out the cream blushes from Chanel also, because I feel like some of these are going to work too. I did not put the Le Beige foundation on. I just touched up my Westman with this flippin' incredible cream that this is the only thing that I want to tell you to buy. I'm telling you, this stuff is, I don't know what she did to do this, but it really plumps, gives you a really nice glow, keeps your makeup on, and you feel hydrated and you look glowy without looking mica, you know, like that mica look. This is so pretty and just such a like great weight. I like it a lot. You can tell. Let me put, oh, at least it was my phone and not the makeup. We're okay. I want to put all these little giveaways off of here because I need a little space, clearly. Sorry about the crash. If you have headphones on, I apologize. It was definitely not my intention. Okay, we've made some space. I think that newer customers are probably going to be a little bit turned off and a little not trusting of their relationships with the essays. Love the palette. She's a beaut. I mean, seriously, she really is. It's really pretty. You had me at taupe mauve. Me too. All right, shall we? Should we swatch this baby? You know I'm like the worst swatcher. I'm going to try to do this with grace. Now, I'm giving everybody fair warning on something. This is the theory that I have, nothing that I've verified in any way, shape, or form, but I will tell you right now that I think that a lot of the palettes that they design are made for Asia. You know, they do a lot of Asia exclusives because they make so much of their money there. And from what I understand with this palette, it's light. So going in, we saw the swatches yesterday that were from the Asian website. And I have now heard confirmation from people that this is a very light palette. So going in, we already knew this. We had intel, we had photos, there were swatches on skin that was very pale. I love you had me at taupe mauve. That could be like our slogan. Hello, Lisa. We're just about to swatch her. All right, let's do, it said number one. Let me get this back. Number one is sparkly white. That's pretty. Very pearly. Let's try to be smart. I'm going to zoom. Okay, there we go. We have sparkly white. Don't mind my bruise. Number two is beige, light medium base. That's the beige. They're so light, I don't want to go on top of each other. Okay, that's, you guys, I am a pale woman. That is extremely light. Almost doesn't show up on me. Number three is the shimmering platinum. It's almost got a little bit of gold looking in it. You can really see the sheen on that one. Let me try the middle one again. It's pretty hard to see. Okay, number 4 is the taupe mauve. It's going to be this one. I like the Chanel 9 pen. I only wear light shades. Utopia is one of my favorites. Good thing I got it back up because I panned the first one. Good for you. I don't pan anything. Ooh, product for you for panning Utopia. I know, like seriously. I have actually have one of those also. Okay, here is, oh my gosh, we have a color that we can work with here, guys. There we go. Number 4 taupe mauve is going to give you a little depth. That's a heavy swatch. Okay, number 5 is going to be the CC's in the middle. This is red brown. It says depth crease. That's got some action. Okay. I mean, that's the deepest one of all. My arm just is old. I have old arms. Somebody told me I had old, wrinkly arms when I did the Westman foundations. I was like, okay, bye. Delete block, move on. Okay. Number 6 is medium beige blending smoky base. That's this one. Okay. Okay. I'm starting to feel this. Okay, number 6. Is that number 6? Yes. Number 7 is a topper. Shimmery powder pink. Topper. This is going to show up in a look, but not great as a swatch. And then we have number 8, pink, light medium base. Oh, wait, I just swatched the wrong one. Hold on. This is shimmer powder pink. I just did the wrong order. Sorry about that. This is that one. And this is the light medium base, which actually kind of makes sense because you can sort of like do that on your whole lid. And then number 9 is silvery purple shimmer topper. This one. And we'll go right there. The toppers are really hard to see. I think we're going to have to like do a look. But right off the bat, if I like just back up and like kind of look at it, it's light. Okay. If you are of deep skin tone, you are going to need to put on basically like a completely blanked out, maybe even like a different color, maybe white or something, like primer to get these to show up on dark skin. I think that it's going to be a stretch. You're going to have to put something down in order to get something out of this if you have deeper skin, I think. We'll see when we try it. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, I think she's stunning, like beautiful. What do you guys think? Ooh, proud of you for panning the Utopia. Me too. I'm proud of her. Taking a virtual bow. Yes, ma'am. You do that. The taupe reminds me of YSL's Stora Dolls, which was such a popular quad. Oh, I love that one. And I love the one that's even like more cool tone that they came out with after. See, those are the palettes that like excite me. When someone says neutrals, it's not all one category of neutrals, guys. Not for me. For me, neutrals is a lifestyle. The palette looks like a great everyday palette. I mean, honestly, I'm hoping that we can make a look here without pulling in anything else. Yes, Captivating Dunes. You go there, Rachel. Good call. Yes. she's very beautiful. There is a lipstick, and I do have Flying Cloud, so we're going to compare. Okay, this one is called 165 Crush. It's the Rouge Cocoa formula. I don't keep these boxes. A lot of people, some people do, some people don't. This one doesn't have a sleeve or anything. Just says Rouge Cocoa 165 Crush, made in France. This has an 18th month shelf life. This one's made in Italy, and it's got an 18-month shelf life on it. So this is the lipstick. I hope that the camera is going to pick up. It's covered in CCs. The whole lipstick is CCs. Can you guys see that? It's like a swirl. I mean, the first person that I can remember doing like a really cool lipstick like this was Lisa Eldridge when she made hers look like velvet. And then there was a Chinese makeup company that makes all those fancy things, and they have all those like sculptured lipsticks. I like a heavy serving of pigment. I don't think this beauty is for me. Possibly the whole aesthetic of Chanel is this. I'm going to swatch this, and I'm going to swatch Flying Cloud for you. This one is the new one. Trying to warm it up a little bit. That is the new color. Very creamy. Love the formula. This is my favorite Chanel lipstick of all time. This is Flying Cloud. Well used. She lives in my purse usually because I can throw it on with no liner and be very, very happy. So they told us that the shades were different, and they are. I'm going to say that Flying Cloud is a little bit more mauve, a little more life to it, a little more on the pink. This goes a little bit more nudie if you have to lean one way or the other. But telling us that it was the same lipstick, no. If you live in this world of neutrals and mauves and beiges and stuff, these are wildly different to us. To somebody who's just looking at it like our, you know, someone that isn't into makeup, they might say like, oh, it's a mauve tone. They're the same. No, they're not the same. They're not the same at all to me. To me, this is a totally different look. This is going to look like almost like your lips, but better. And this is going to look like your lips, but a little bit even more better. The lip color is perfect for you, Michelle. I know it's cool and it's pretty. Let me show you guys Flying Cloud, and then we're going to take a quick break before we do a makeup look. Because I'll put the other one on for the video. It's just, first of all, this formula feels so good on, and I just like it. I like light eyeshadows, just a whisper. Don't do any shadow most days, just brows and lashes. And so many people are doing that right now. Like they'll, you know, give themselves like a little structure. Like I kind of almost have to put on like nothing and then just add a shadow that doesn't look like this. I gotta like fake it a little bit, but I get the vibe. And I am a vibes girl with the ethereal, filmy, mauvey, taupey tones. Like I could live there for a long time. The lipstick shade is very cool toned. This is the Flying Cloud. It's the first cool tone I think they've ever made. The lipstick shade is perfection. I mean, if you are cool toned, if the new lip liner is what we think it is from, oh, come on. It's like I hide these from myself so that I don't use them. This is Sinker Suede. This is what I always wear with it. And this is what I'm hoping pink frosting is going to look like. I mean, there's no lip liner that's ever going to be this good again. I'm sort of the mind right now that I'm anti the crazy lip line. And I know that's not popular. I'm okay with that. I've made my own fashion mistakes before. So these are the swatches, guys. I'm going to go wash my arm and we're going to paint my face and we're going to talk more about trust and relationships with brands and just put some pretty makeup on and just talk about the pretty makeup. We know what happened here. We know that Louis Vuitton, their narrative was, we're pricing you out. And everybody who's not priced out is our customer. Chanel was like, holy crap, we're like only $130 or whatever. We have to do something. So let's do the scarcity model where we fake the scarcity and then flood the market and see what happens. Because with denim, they all learned that they have to do that. We'll leave that up so that they see the sellout of the special limited edition. It'll still be there from February. That kind of stuff bothers me. I really love the blurry lines from Chanel. I know. The softness. That's why I pulled out that palette for the giveaway tonight, because it really is this same vibe. I was like, I gotta pull out that blush. And then I was like, I think I have a backup of this. Yes, this is going to be so pretty for somebody to pair with this. Look how they live in like the same house. And if you bought any of the blushes from like the beginning of the Three Ladies, I'll pull those out too. All those tones are going to be so pretty with this. You can go warm or cool with this, and I think it will work. I think it all depends upon the structure that you set up for your skin tone, for your eye. I'm going to pull out some of my neutral palettes to show you guys, like in the Mario or Chanel or Hourglass and Natasha. Like those will be good examples of places that you can always start and grab something. I'm sorry if people can only see one palette and want to do a look with a complete palette. Fine. But then throw in an eyeliner and use that as eyeshadow. Like you have to, something has to give here. If you're getting 4 toppers and 5 shadows that are all going to be different depths, it's not going to hit the high notes for somebody that's looking for a self-contained palette that isn't going to need anything else. I mean, the Rouge Noir is like the first thing that I thought of with this. So I'm going to be pulling out some liners. I only have like 9 of them. Okay. This is Neon Dahlia. And I think if you wanted to take it more toward the mauve purple, you could pull it that direction. But I was thinking Rouge Noir. Oh, but also Contour Clair is always a fan favorite. They better be still making these. Look at that one with it. Like perfect. So you can make a structure with these and use the palette as your backdrop. This one is Taupe Fumé. Oh my gosh, this one was like one of my favorites that came out with the some special edition that they had. But see how you can yank this palette in a lot of directions. It's got a lot of, I think, different directions that you can go. And I don't find this to be a boring palette. This is my jam. I like it. I'm going to click around without the sound on, and I'm going to take a break and go wash up my arm and stuff. And we're going to play with all of this. We're going to figure out the palette. We're going to talk more. When you take your quick break, think for a minute. If you like these tones, if you're in like the taupe mauve world or the champagne-y taupey world, grab a palette that you love and tell us what it is. If you have something that's in this vibe, like I immediately think of Tissé Rivoli when I see this, and I'm going to pull her out because she's one of my top favorites of all time. And I feel like this toppers with it is just going to be insanely good. So find a palette that is your jam in this sphere. It's not like this was invented today. It's just, this is the one that came out today. This is not an original thought. It is a beautifully executed rendition of this kind of a look of this colors. But I don't think that you're going to say, I will never have those colors if I don't get this palette. I mean, it's like crazy. There's just nothing about that makes sense. This is the one I was thinking of, Rouge Noir. And then I really am going to take a break. Rouge Noir is like that kind of deep plum. And it looks good with winey colors, or even if you go like a little bit more purpley. It's the top one here. That's going to give it some really nice structure, and you're going to be able to like get some depth of the look. And I think if you have a deeper skin tone than light medium, you're going to want to build up something on your lid, whether it's a powder or a pencil or something, to get that structure, if that's your vibe. If you're like a one and done, you've got like 5 little topper shades in here that will top you off, and you could just have a great time with it. You can do a one color look, just go into your crease, and when you go out at night, you know, dab on some fancy this or something, and you've got a whole look. All right, so we're going to have the giveaway for the Blush Harmony Beige Rose at Mauve, $7.98. Vega Nude Dip Tissé Rivoli. Yes, this is what we want to see. Everybody start posting those. Okay, okay, we're gonna go through my Chanel's. I'll be right back. I could get to the point where like I just don't stop talking, but everybody, I'm excited. I was mad, but now I'm excited to talk about it with you guys because this is our jam. This is the fun part. This is the dig in and play with the looks part, and we're not going to stop the discussion here. That's going to be the cool thing about our new place that we're going to be, is that we are going to move at the speed of people and not at the speed of beauty. I am not going to be about showing you this and then talking about something else. I want to talk this through with you. I want to hear your thoughts. I don't want to read Reddit. I want people that I trust, that are in my sphere, that love this like I do. And I can tell that you got the same skin tone as me. We're kind of like shade twins and skin twins, and she's oily and I'm dry, and we're going to have all that stuff. So you'll be able to search each other and find your people that are not influencers or dermatologists or whatever. They're just people having fun with makeup. And they're going to have a lot of opinions that are going to matter, even though they're not professionals. I'm a reading specialist. I say that all the time. I am not anything except a little bit excessive in the makeup department. I like it, and I like talking about it with you guys, but I also like that we know a lot about each other. And to me, it's just nice to have a place to belong. And I feel like we all really belong together, in this crazy internet where, our tiny little group here. This is a really just nice place to be. And that is why I'm going to have a crazy amount of, rules that people are going to have to follow if they want to be on the website. Because I am about culture. I am here as the protector of the culture. That's going to be my job. I will facilitate, build, and protect the culture. And then I'll get into it with you guys just the same way that you are. I'm with you, Michelle. Tissé Rivoli is the jam. Oh, I love that. Got past the annoying tricks and can have fun with it. It's very elegant. Exactly. Let's get all of our negativity, was this for Asia? Is this really serving our needs? What are they going to do with the relationships with the clients after this? Beauty is not a competitive sport, guys. And I don't know where this leaves us for the next launch, because we have the denim where they really didn't have any. And now we have the Mademoiselle, where frontline people were told this is how many palettes you're getting, but they had no idea that there was a giant inventory coming. So there's just so much going on right now, and you've got to look at it from every direction. And it makes you stop and think that a lot of our buying sometimes is in a panic. We panic buy. So let's take a quick break. I've got a bunch of questions that I want to ask you. And I want to play with this palette. Go get your champagne-y, taupey, mauve palettes and put them in the chat for everybody so that we can remember. Hello, Felice. We're taking a quick break because we've been on for, I don't know, an hour and a half. I'm going to drink a little bit, freshen up, and I will be right back. Okay. We're back. Yay. Okay. I'm going to take off this lipstick, even though it feels so good. Lips are super dry. I assume a fall collection is coming in holiday. I've seen a neutral palette that I'll show a picture of you guys. There's very little online unless this is fall. I don't know. Let me grab a picture. I wish I had like an assistant that could just go through my phone pictures. There's a photo where they show, I think it's like for people who work at the store. Yeah. I'm just going to text this to myself so that I can show you guys. Sorry, guys. I need like an AV person. Do you guys remember the AV guy? All right. This is as good as it's going to get right now. No. Yes. I'm going to put this into the group chat if I can. This is going to be as good as it's going to get right now. No. If you're in the group chat on Instagram, you now have the picture. This is what they're showing with the snow globe. So this is what just came. There are these two palettes that have been floating around and these two blushes. And that snow globe says holiday to me, so not really sure. I don't know why the screen is orange right now. What happened? That was very weird. Let me close some of these things. My computer's dying. I'm waiting for them to put the new computers out because I want the faster chip. My son has convinced me that I should wait. So I'm waiting. Okay, let me grab Rivoli. Okay. This is Rivoli. I'll take this down for 1 sec. Look at that. You can definitely go into that direction for sure. I've been wearing TC Rivoli on repeat all week. God, it's just such a great palette. Just perfect in every way. Any feelings about Danessa Myrick's Glassworks coming out soon? Oh, I think she will. Don't you guys think that she's going to do a whole new pan and all the switchy things that she does? Adding to list, Dior Cool Neutrals, Dior Smoky Essentials, Dior Soft Cashmere. Yes, all of that is going to be so nice with these. Because 4 of these are toppers and some of the other shades are really light, I think it's going to be a really good friend to a lot of palettes. I'm going to go very neutral today because I really want to I want to try to use the palette on its own and using liner because it's what I would normally do. So I'm going to prep my eyes the way that I've been showing you guys that I'm doing with, so I took off my eye makeup so that I could just do this again. I'm going to hydrate a little bit. Using the Fantastic New. This is what you should buy. Skip the eyeshadow and buy the stuff that's going to make your skin look great every day. Okay. Have this. What did I do with the gloss? That's a good question. There's too much stuff over here. I gotta put it behind me. No. All right, guys, hang on 1 second. Okay. No idea. No idea. I have no idea. I'm going to use the residue that's on here. Because it still has some of it. And you don't need much. The reason why I like this MAC thing instead of a concealer is because it gives me more opacity with less product. I feel like less is more. I tend to like to get the light reflecting here. And then you can always take a highlighter. I recommend this Phytosurgeons one in the color Fresh Fog. And I just gently rub a little bit on. It's not a sparkly highlighter. It's definitely more of a glow. Just to lift the shadow a little bit. I don't want to do a lot because I don't really want people looking at my under eyes. I just want them to kind of be invisible. And I would just like pat over it again. And then we're just sort of ready, you know, if you can find your lip gloss. I am going to operate as much as possible in Chanel, but I will tell you that I refuse to wear any looking foundation besides this. I just don't want to. I'm not like interested. If you give me the Ip Balm, I could put that on. There's like a few things that I'm wearing right now, but this is what I've been vibing. I just wanted to be genuine about it. Did anybody find any of your plain palettes? This is Claire Obscure, which you can't really get anymore, but everybody's got a version of mattes that you like. Something like this. We've got like Makeup by Mario. Whatever mattes you're attracted to. If you're more cool toned, this is a great one. The Master Mattes in the neutrals, he calls it. And then this is the original. It's not like you have to buy a dedicated palette to have a matte that you like, but it's nice, like not thinking, you know, if you're the kind of person that likes to build a look on a structure, I think something like this is worth investing in. But if you usually don't need something, I mean, Hourglass has one like this. I think that some of the Prada shadows that are in the palettes, there's one of the textures that I feel like is just sensational. This is one of the nudie ones that they did. And this top color right here, this kind of almost looks like it would be yellow, is so incredibly smoothing that like I love putting it like right here. When you find something that grabs you like that, put it aside and like leave it there so that you can grab it. I'm going to just go with Chanel today just because we're doing Chanel. If I need to take a color, I'm going to start with this. I'm going to put a little of this on my cheeks just to have like a little life going on. I like this one a lot. I've been wearing the Farah blush so much that I'm not used to such a fast build. I'm going to take just a dab of the really bright one just to give myself a little life right here. I like to go pretty high because my cheeks have fallen down. Help, I've fallen and I can't get up. Okay, at least I don't look dead. Let's try the new lip. Where did I put the new lip? I like these masks from Wise. I've been going through them. I want them to come out with something that's reusable. That would be awesome. Y'all saw that I had the lipstick. It's not like it disappeared. Okay. So this is 165 brush. I'm going to put it on with no liner so that we can really see it. And then I'm going to put a liner on that looks like it. See how much more nude this is than the Flying Cloud? It's a little warmer and a little less mauve. When you look at them like this, it doesn't seem like there's a big difference, but on the lips, it really is. I actually like Flying Cloud better. If I had to choose, I would choose Flying Cloud. Because this is a little more dead on me. I'm going to go with a little bit of a brighter liner. I don't think I even own any Chanel lip liners. No, I really don't. I'm going to go with Sinker Suede. And I just want to just sculpt a little. Okay. That feels better. It does come off. Sometimes what I like to do is take the double-ended lipstick and put it underneath, just in case, like while I'm eating, like something will show up, like if we're at like a wedding or something, just because I don't love those Longwear ones. You have the Viseart Paris Matte palette. Yay. My favorite mattes are the Hourglass singles. They're so good. I have a quad of them and I really like it. I hope that the pictures were not AI that they showed of the palettes that are coming. So I would really enjoy that. An eyeshadow and a blush in there. Okay, sign me up. All right, so we are going to just play. I don't have a plan. I didn't swatch this ahead of time. I'm going to be using rougher brushes because they have been so awesome to me. I'm going to take a little bit of this MAC sculpting stuff that I've been talking about, and I'm going to just dab a little tiny bit on my lid just to have a smooth surface with a little less, you know, vein action going. I like this better than the paint pots because it's thin. It does not emphasize texture, but it also doesn't add like any bulk. of any kind. Like, it just feels like it's part of me, and it dries down completely. It's not powdery. It's not anything except like a really nice way to just even things out. And if this is too pale for you, they have Painterly that's a little bit more pinky peach. And then there's, for the olive people, there's a color that leans more olive. So you can kind of mix and match these. And for an eyeshadow primer, I mean, look at the difference. That's a substantial difference. It makes me look more awake. Your perfect match lip liner is Wet n Wild Plumberry, and it stays on to boot. That is awesome. It's so good when you find something that you love like that. Like, my relationship with Sinker Suede has been long and deep. You know, there's certain things you gravitate to, and you just keep reaching for them because you're like, oh, I kind of looked good that day. I think I'm going to keep that out, you know? It's fun. Okay, I'm putting aside all of the feelings that we're having, and let's just have some fun. I'm going to start with the Eyeshadow number 3. I love these brushes because they're like a calligraphy pen, and they have those teeny tiny little guys on top, and it really makes the blend so easy. I have no idea what these are called. Again, I don't feel like doing all the names and everything. I'm just going to show you which one I'm taking. I'm going to start with this beigey color down here and just see if I lay it down, if I can get a nice look. There we go. You guys holler if you can't see or something, because I'm just not very good at this. The Rephr Andrea Ali powder brush is back in stock, and I think Rephr may be having a sale next week. I'm looking forward to their special holiday brush. Me too. And they have sponges now, and there's a couple things on the page that are the pay what you want that are really nice. I put them in my cart, and I actually put a link up today for Rephr. If you're interested, I think that there is some stuff on sale. I really think that there is some stuff on sale. Didn't I put that in my stories today? There's Andrea. The 2609 brush by Andrea Lee is designed to deliver pro level powder every single time. She's so pretty and so soft and so easy. I'll do a little something with this for sure. When we find a color that I can wear on my cheeks because it's like a face palette, I'm going to go in with it. So there's her powder brush. I use this all the time. This is what I use today for my base. It's here somewhere. I promise. Okay. Too much stuff. This is the Eyeshadow eye set. This is like what we were just using. The number 5. That's the one that Molly won. And the eyelash curler I am going to use. I usually like to curl before I put eyeshadow on because I don't want to ruin it. And the Rephr one is, to me, it just fits my eye well. They have 2 different curlers, and they fit different eye shapes. Okay. Summer sale. There's a sale, guys. Oh, yeah. These are marked down. The LC collection is normally 80. It's at 65. The Eyeshadow eye set is normally 55. It's 45. The Eyeshadow number 5 is from 48 to 41. The eyelash curler is from 22 to 18. Complete eye set is from 240 to 160. And the complete face set is from $220 to $190. All our little buddies. This one is, they're doing like a flat one now. You know how they have that's the cart. Oh, for goodness sake. There is, I don't know where it is, but there's a tab that has the ones that you can pay what you want are in there also. I'm going to get started. All right, so we put down a little of this Asia color. I could put, it's going to take up too much room. I'm going to do one eye and then we'll do another eye because I want to see what this can do. So that's just pretty much all over the lid. And it just kind of gave it a little bit of warmth compared to this. I want to just take a little of this pink one and see if I can kind of brighten up my lid a teeny bit, going in with the same brush. Just want to see if I can get a little hint of pink. The shadows seem like they're very easy to pick up and easy to work with. That definitely gave it more of a pinky little vibe. I like to go in here with something bright, but not too shiny. I'm going to take that other first color, this one, and just kind of include this. Okay, I like that. I'm going to just keep using this brush for right now. What I want to do is I want to build this so that this looks like it's further up. And the way that I do that is I look to see like where it is that my eye is falling down when I'm like looking straight ahead. I'm going to use well, I'm going to go into this shade first, this one, even though it's got slightly a satin look, they're considering it to be a base shade. And I just want to kind of mark when I'm looking in the mirror, like what part of it I want to be offset. Because the eyes are so different, at least mine are. And I can't do them quite the same way. And I just try to kind of softly and gently try to push this back a little bit. And it already, you can see, just with this, that it's starting to become what used to be my upper eyelid is now my crease. I'm going to just very, very gently, I know we've talked about this before, but I like to flick up and out because I want this, like I want it to be like as much like this as possible. This is very soft and very Chanel. Like I feel very Chanel with this whole situation right now. I'm going to go into the darkest shade in the middle. And I'm going to continue with this brush because I'm liking it. See how it just grabs the top? You guys see that? Those little tiny hairs. And it gives you like not too much, just enough to start this shape. Look at that. I mean, that's like a tiny little bit of makeup. When you see people going in like whole hog, if you have time, which most of the time we don't, but when you do, it's really nice to do a slow build. I like the control for me. Once I get this done, then I can play. It's like, this is like, let's let her be her best self if we're going in. This is really beautiful. Really just tonally, I like that it's like nude into like almost a smoke, but not too smoky. Well, it is called the new Smoky. I guess this is the new way that we're doing smoky eyes. Look how like softly, this is just so nicely building up. See how this looks like it's pushed back now? It's not as bad. And then usually what I do is I take a finger. I like my ring finger because it's really gentle. And I go right into the lash right here and just kind of pull it out. And if I use my finger, it's almost like having a darker version of the color because I'm going in so lightly with the brush. And I want this part to be the deepest. And just making sure that this is all looking like it's pushed back. See that? A facelift, a bluff, an upper bluff. That is what I need. I'm going to use the number 15 brush because it's really got some good, I don't know. You can get a lot of product, but put it on really gently. I like this one. I'm very interested in this. I'm actually going to grab this brush. I want to go into this kind of fun metallic. This is a rougher 21. I don't even know if they make this anymore. But I want to start getting a little glow on here. I love the sheen. I love the sheen. My husband thinks eyelash curlers are torture devices. That is really funny. This color is really nice. I love the kind of sheen that this is. It's not metallic, and I wouldn't say it's overly sparkly. There are like some little tiny sparkles in here, but mostly it just gives you like a sheen. All right, I can't help myself. I have to go here. Like I have to. I should go here though. All right, I'm holding off. I'm going here first. This is the more gold looking. Oh my God, this is so pretty. I love a pearl over a glitter at this point in my life. Although, give me some glitter and I'm going to put it on. But I love a pearl. And this is like the kind of gold that I can wear. This is that, they're calling it platinum in here. It's like a tarnished champagne gone cool. It's so hard to say. But it really is so reflective and pretty. I'd like to go right at the lash line if I can, because when you have a hooded eye, every time you blink, it's rubbing back and forth. And the thing that I would like is that right here is like where people will get like a little flash. I'm going to go back to the Shodo. And since this has sort of gone into like more of a champagne mode, just want to take a little bit here. And just get a little light here. Just a tiny bit. I am going back into this one. I can see why they're calling this the new Smoky, because this got smoky. Not that I mind. I like it. That's really pretty. This is very, to me, this is like quintessential Chanel. I use my fingers to apply the shimmers too. You get more payoff and more control. I'm starting to consider NDs. I need a cool palette instead of the 9-pan. Jocelyn, I will do the cool palette tomorrow if you guys want to come back, because I can't wait to dig into it. I have been waiting for her to do that palette for so long. I almost had I almost swatched it. I wanted to do it with you guys. I'm going into the pearl. I got to do it. Usually when they do a color like this, it's more sparkly and less pearly. And you guys know what I'm talking about. The whiter colors, Dior does it too, always has like extra sparkle. And you're like, could you just do that without the sparkle and just give me like the shiny pearl? This is kind of both. I want to pat this to get like an overall like ethereal look instead of going in really hard. I just want the eye to kind of glow. I don't do my bottom until I get the mascara on. And because we're doing Chanel today, I'm busting out the new Le Beige. Okay, something to note. I don't know when this came out. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember when the Le Beige came out, but it hasn't been that long. And I bought it in black and I bought it in the brown, and it's a tubing formula. This moves a little bit. It's got this top thing. And this got thick fast. Not in a good way. Like I went into it, it was very thin. And, you know, when you first get a mascara, you kind of like have to work it a little bit. But it got too thick for me. Like I like separated lashes more than I like scrunched lashes. And I know that that's a style choice for people. Some people like length and some people want volume. My thinking is always, I want length and I want the volume to come from the liner that I use. So today I am going to deviate and use the Chanel, but I will tell you that I am so addicted, I turned this, to the Mature Beauty in the waterline. You guys, when I took my makeup off before, things have kind of moved around. The liner, not at all. I am going to use the brush. We are going to use the brush. And I think I want to go just into the taupe because this is not like a super deep color. This has got like nice smoke to it. And I'm going to use Gabby's brush because it's that good. Her liners all have this slanted brush. And I wrote her a note saying, I use one brush from one onto the other when I'm doing it. I just coat the bottom. I'm sorry, I'm going to move the comment for a second. This is so pretty on you. Oh my God, I love it. I can't wait to see it on you guys. The ND shades are very buttery and more impactful. They are. Hello, Rebecca. Rebecca, can we expect a review tomorrow on the Chanel? Tell me yes. Thanks, Jocelyn. I have a lot of ND. Hi, Rebecca. Rebecca, do we get a review tomorrow? Say yes. Say yes. Do we? Yes. Chanel and Pat also. That's that's an extravaganza. That's not a review. I am going to take this little brush and just go right into my lashes with it. So that in between the lashes, I'm getting the coverage. Gabby's liners are so much creamier and better than this. Like, I feel spoiled. I'm like grumpy that I can't use her liner right now. That's how good her liners are. Can I just show you guys? I have to. I have to. I'm just going to go into the smoky gray one that she has because it's so pretty. But watch. They're insane. I barely just touched myself. And these are like little butter balls. The difference in, like, you have to mean it. This one you just touch. Watch what happens with her liner. Here, wait. It's like no effort at all. Isn't that incredible? And then she likes to do like a mini wing. And the thing that I like to do is I go with my wrinkles. I don't fight them. That just is where I'm going to be. And then with her liners, you have some playtime, but this is going nowhere. Once you place it, it sets. And not in like a moving around kind of way, because you guys know my love for Victoria Beckham is not something that I hide. But she doesn't own my waterline anymore. These just stay on. And look how easy that was. I mean, I cannot do a wing. And with this, I can. They're that good. I am going to take a little tiny bit of this taupe just to smoke right here. And I'm going to just take a little pencil brush and just pull that out just to give like extra smoke. I want to put mascara on before we do the bottom. What do you guys think? Do we like? Rebecca, I'm very excited. Can you give us a hint? A little hint? All right, so this is hopefully the new one. No. It's not. This is the new one. Okay, so this is going to be like a lot thinner. Then it gets a little bit thicker like as you use it, and mascaras do that. I have not used this one yet. I've just busted it out for tonight because I didn't want it to go gloppy. And I like to just sort of rest my lashes on the brush. And with the tubing formula, usually you cannot go back in and build. And with this one, I've had success. Sometimes during the day, you might not want to have like extreme lash going, or you redo your makeup and it kind of falls on your eyelashes and then you kind of need to like touch up a little. You can do that with this. This gives incredible length, great separation, which I love. I am all about a really feathery, lifted lash. This is why I won't give up my grande. So that is mascara. I am going to hit the bottom. It sets pretty quickly too, but it's pretty. I like it. If your lashes fall, I kind of sit at the root and kind of wiggle. And that also helps it look like there's more volume. And I tend to like more on this side coming out than I do over here because I want it to fan, and it's the same thing with the lifting. I want to be lifted. I need to be lifted. Can somebody lift me, please? Let's lift. Very classy and classic look. Oh, love it. All right, this is a Eyeshadow 01. And I'm going to go back into like that original kind of matte that we use, that mid-tone. Now, right here on me, you guys, I have a new gap where this is starting to fall now. And so I have to actually go in, and the same way I do on the top, I need to like connect it on the bottom now because the wrinkles are on top of the wrinkles. So when I bring this down, I actually go into like a slightly darker color just right here. You can use a liner too. I've been using Gabby's liners for this just to connect them because you get so much from that. And then I like to take the deepest color that I just used and go right behind the lashes and pull it out, because you can't really tell what it's going to look like with the lashes until your lashes are done. And then you can kind of gauge the smokiness. And I am going right here up against my lashes with this little tiny little brush with the tiny little cute little calligraphy you can see at the top. And that's the magic. I'm cleaning this off. I'm going to take a tiny bit of that platinum color, this one, and just right here add a little light. And you can do it so delicately with this brush. It just lets you be subtle, but also say something. It's just like a little light in that area, because this can get like kind of dark looking. You can kind of play around. You can use a highlighter here. You can use a reflective eyeshadow. I prefer something that's sort of glowy versus something sparkly, and that is my jam right there. I am going to take a tiny little bit of the pearl now and put it right at the lash line. You can use any like stiff brush that you have. Let's see what I've got here. This is the 28. Just going to go right into that really pearly one. And I'm like going behind the lashes. Just to get that little, that is the freaking magic. Oh, I love this. Look how pretty that is. Take a little bit of this reflective one just right here. I'm feeling good about this eye. Go back into the reflective one again. I'm just going to do a small amount of it underneath. And then I always take a nude liner. This is the Chantecaille. And I, where my creases, I just kind of lightly draw where I want the lift to be. And then you can just use any stiff brush, something that's not going to have a lot of give, something stiff. And I just kind of blend that line out. And it just increases the lift effect. You can use your finger, like I sometimes will take this. Instead of concealer, I feel like I have more control with this, and it just works. Do we like? Do we like? Love? Hearts? I'm classy. It's really pretty, guys. It's a very, like, I could get dressed up and wear this out to dinner all the time. This is an easy win for me. Easy, easy. If they wouldn't jerk us around so much, I'd be more happy about it, but it is utterly beautiful. I mean, this is my complete wheelhouse. And just to play a tiny bit, because we've seen the look, I want to take a little tiny bit from Tissé Rivoli and just use it as some smoke. And I'm going to use Gabby's liner. I always forget which side is which. You guys, there is something about these brushes that is worth every dime that you're paying for the gorgeous stuff. You're also getting like this amazing tool. I use this all the time. I want to go right behind here with the deep shade from Tissé Rivoli just to do that. Just to have that one deeper little color. And if in a perfect world I had done this, this would go on my inner. That's a wane. We want to stay with rougher. I'm going to go back with my 01. The pearl one in here is ridiculously good for this stuff. I love it. I love it. Thoughts? So it looked like $135. Oh, thank you. It is really pretty. It looks beautiful. In Canada, the 9 pin is $160, which gives me pause. Jacqueline, I'm going to tell you right now, you own every shade in this palette. 100%. Do you want it all in one place for this much money with everything that you know is coming? That's why I wanted us to look at what we bought last year, because you know where your weakness is. Maybe it's Danessa, maybe it's Natasha, maybe it's Lisa, maybe it's Dior. Like, you have to think ahead. And it's 2 collections, guys. We have fall and we have holiday, and it is August. And when is Black Friday this year? Let's see. Let's look at the calendar. We're in August right now, which is bizarre to me. What happened to the summer? I am being honest, Jacqueline. If you have Tissé Rivoli, you've got this look, and you can jazz it up with whatever toppers you want. Seriously. This is not a you have to have it because it's so different palette. This is I love Chanel. I wear neutrals. This is my jam. I don't mind spending money on this, but I won't buy like the Tom Ford crazy blue eyeshadow because I'm not going to wear it. That's why I show you guys all the pictures. I think the most important thing about this whole thing is strategizing before and knowing what's coming your way. We have fall and holiday. Exactly. You get 2 hits, the double whammy with every brand. I mean, think about that. We haven't really had a lot since, you get thrown all the foundations and stuff in January and February and all the concealers. And like everybody comes out with their serum this and their serum that, or whatever the thing is for the year. And then the color cosmetics come. I Need a Cool is $100, and there are 15 shades, and the shimmers are brighter than the ones in the Chanel pan. I'm going to swatch it right now. Would you guys like that? Should we swatch her? I think we should. We make the rules. This is our party. We don't care that this is a Chanel video. We want to see the damn Natasha colors and decide what's worth it. Let's look, shall we? Let me get this stuff off my hand. I might need to run to the bathroom really fast. I've been drinking a lot of coffee since we've been sitting here. Do you guys mind giving me like 1 minute? I want to swatch this whole palette. And I want to swatch it and hold it up next to the Chanel. I can tell you already from looking at it, it's going to have much more impact and immediate pigment than the Chanel. But Chanel does, I think that they did it by intention. And I think that Natasha does hers with intention also. I mean, I like literally, I want to pull out. Was the golden one the most recent, or did she do another one that was super warm? I didn't buy the warms, but this is the golden. I mean, it's so incredibly horrible looking on me. This is going into the swap because somebody with warm skin tones is going to look at this like I'm looking at I Need a Nude Cool and love it. It's not doing anything sitting here. I want it to do something for somebody. I need a warm. Want to know how many times I've worn I Need a Warm? 0 out of 10. This is going in the swap. Here's the warm. And believe me, you warm people, you're looking at this like if I put that on, I'd look dead. Well, here you go. This is two universes saying the same thing. Both of them have the nude vibe. If you're cool toned, you're going to like the new one. And if you're warm toned, you're going to like the warm one. I would not buy this palette unless I was a cool tone junkie. Like if you look sick with this, this is going to be better for you. If you look great in this, this is probably going to wash you out. $100 Canadian. Do we know what Chanel has coming for fall? The brown quad and the embossed blushes. That's all I have seen. That's not saying anything, but that's all I've seen. And I go through that website weekly. Like I'll go in and I'll search it. I need a tan was your favorite. See, and it didn't do it for me. I didn't pick it up. I waited. I've been waiting for her to give me Glam updated. I have used a whole Glam and bought a new Glam. Like I just, to the point like where I was just like, I need a new one. These shades were so incredible. And everything about this palette is what I still love. I'm sorry, but nobody can hold a candle to Natasha when it comes to the buttery formulas. Tempted by the I Need a Tan for some reason, and of course the cool too. And you know, I Need a Nude could be like rock solid in the middle. All I can say is she's prolific. And she hadn't really put out, I think the like eyeshadows for younger people or whatever. The only way that they're getting them back right now is with like what Say is doing. Come get a single of a nudie color and put it on. Because they're all into like the no mascara look, the no mascara summer. I'm doing the double mascara summer. That's why I think like fads are not my thing anymore. All right, 2 minutes. I'll be right back. We're going to do the other eye and we're going to swatch the whole I Need a Cool. And I'll do it next to whatever you'd like. This is getting very messy. I take pictures of this and show Molly usually after I'm done. And she's always like, oh my God. And then I can't go to bed until everything is cleaned up and exactly where it's supposed to be and all the brushes are clean. So you've been playing a lot with the I Need a Nude. I know you can have like a renewed relationship, right? I took out Lumiere de Verre from Tom Ford and I love that palette. I will love that palette forever. You bought I Need a Nude a year after it was out already. See, that's going to be the beauty of the beauty chat, because all those conversations will still be there when you're ready for them. If you're not ready for this palette right now, but somewhere down the line you are, you can open up those conversations and see what everybody said about it for them in real time. And then you do it on your time. It'll always be there so that we're actually building like how Temptalia was when she would document everything for us. This is going to be us documenting the real thing as we do it at our pace, appreciating it before we go on to the next thing. or coming back to it when we're ready, or we can afford it, or it comes back, or you just decide it's something that you have to have. So give me 2 minutes. I will be very fast. We will swatch. We'll do the other eye. We'll all go to bed and we'll play with the other palette tomorrow. Does that sound good? All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I wiped off the lip, but I have to tell you guys, I just went and looked in the bathroom mirror by accident, but first of all, the whole bathroom is mirrors, which is awful. But what you are missing here, that I was missing here, is the fact that my entire lid, remember when I did the dabbing? I need to shine my like cell phone on myself or something because I need you guys to see the absolute teeny. Do you see that? Now you do. The teeny tiniest little sparklies. Can you see them with the phone light? Please tell me yes, you can. Because this is like crazy beautiful, but in the most subtle way. It's like the tiny, if you thought Patrick Ta's were little, forget it. These are like the Tom Ford sparklies from the old days. See how it moves? Can you guys see that? Please tell me that you can. Yes, the sparkles. But like in regular light, you don't look like a disco ball, but when the light hits you in real life, it's like dimensional. Oh, I love it. I needed a nude 3 months ago. Oh, I love that. I want to put the other lip back on because I like it better and it's more available. It's a permanent color. Flying Cloud. My lips are super dry. It just has enough more pink in it. It's just better on me. If you're warmer, go with that one. And if you're cooler, go with the cloud one. That's my advice. Give this a little liner. See, you would think that they're like so alike. This I can live with. This is like more of my thing. All right, let's swatch our new girl. She's new to the party. Maybe it's better with less light. I don't know. Like that. Okay, here she is. Let me get some wipies. You can tell my son's been taking these out because it's like kind of dry. Okay, I just put some more Bioderma on it. All right, we're gonna do this. Let's do it. I need a cool. Okay, I'm gonna start with down here because that's like the first one for you. You know, like I don't want to be confusing. But I'm going to take the first row. This is Slab. The next one is Moosh. Oh my God. This is worth $65 to me. Okay, the next one is called Sterling. It's the third shade. Maybe it would be helpful if I put her palette up here. There we go. Okay. I'll just keep going back and forth. So this is number 3. Does this work for you guys? Because then you can see the swatches and the palette. Number 4 is called Zima. That was a drink. Do you guys remember Zima's? That was like a Bartles and James kind of a situation. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is my heaven. If you are a cool tone person, you are going to go crazy. This is oh my God, these are so buttery. This is called Tatra. It's the last one in the first row. Oh my God. This is doing things to me. Let's take this down for a quick second. I mean, I'm done. This is it. When I start looking at really, really colorful things, tell me to go have a moment with this because it'll put me back. TF's Lumiere de Verre Quad. Love. Yes, yes, yes. Very pretty, sparkly. Yes. Oh, Holly got the sparkles. I like ND. Has her shadows around for a long time. Gives you time to enjoy. Yes, she does. She doesn't over launch. Charlotte, we're looking at you. Those sparkles are very pretty. They're so tiny. All right, we're going to do the second row now. The first one is called Chime. That's got a little warmth to it, but in a good way. Almost like a, I don't know, like a pinky, mauve-y, coppery feel, but not copper, but in that wheelhouse. Okay, this is her. No one can beat her mattes. I mean, no one. No one on earth. Oh, hi. It's like bark. It's like so incredibly beautiful. My hands are not doing this justice. Okay, the middle one is where we're going right now. And this is her favorite one. She said when she swatched it, it's the one that she draws down her whole arm. Do you guys mind if I try? This is Glacier. Hello. It's really pretty. I'm going to put it in the right spot. There we go. And after that, we have Cloud, which is kind of like a gray cream. And then the last one in the second row is called Crescent. Ooh. These metallics are very metallic. So that is the first and second row. Sorry, guys, my remote doesn't work anymore. What a fun, easy peasy palette. Like it does, you could grab for whatever you want in here. It's just going to go with whatever you want it to. I Need a Cool swatches are gorgeous. They were really pretty. I mean, the great thing about ND is that we know it isn't going anywhere. Totally. There's no rushing. There's no hurry. There's no, oh my God, it's going to sell out, which is so nice. I agree. All right, we're going to go to the last row. The first color is called Shale. The colors are just so good. Now, the next one's a little warmer than the others, but honestly, I kind of like that because in order for something to look cool, it needs to be next to something warmer. And this gives you like that caramel color that is very wearable, almost like a clay, reminds me of clay. Okay, the next one I thought was black, but it's apparently a brown black, and I've been aching to try this one. Oh my God. It's like black and brown had like a baby together. The next one is called Zelda. I love that. I love the name Zelda. It makes me laugh. Okay. There we go. And the last shade is called Cube. I mean, they just are so exactly what I need in my life. Endy and Chanel are so different from each other formula-wise, but equally beautiful. Completely. And in such different ways. Oh, shit. No, no, no. There we go. I'm just saying the Sephora sale is not that far away. I really didn't want to go there tonight, but I am going to go through my spreadsheet tomorrow that has every sale for the last couple of years that I've kept together so that we are aware of what's happening. One thing that I noticed that was really neat was the company Do. You guys know I really think she's terrific and very upfront. Fabulous. I suspect you could reproduce the look you created with the Chanel with the Endy palette. I think it's safe to say that the whole Chanel palette is a bonus. If you want to give yourself a bonus because you love taupes and you love mauves and you love like a sheer sparkle, and that's your thing that you need. If you're not about flash, if you're not about zoom and zesty and zippy, the Chanel is a rock solid, nice palette. I Need a Cool is going to change my life because I am always taking from so many palettes to try to get a cool look together. There just are so few palettes that are made for cool tone people. When Chanel did the Astral palette over Christmas last year, those two colors do not get enough love from the cool community because it's so rare that we get cool tones. And to have a whole palette now, to me, for me, I'm not telling anybody else how to spend their money. My priorities are usually get a daily structure and add a little zip. That's where I'm at these days. I want to lift up my eye. The cool tones are better because they're more of a shadow looking thing. But I will say, if you don't want to spend the money, there are two shadows that you should consider. One is Bois Brulee. Molly turned us on to these, and I will say it's a formula. It's a formula. I mean, it doesn't have the same density on your skin. Where's the other one? It's probably my purse. Yeah. God, I really wish her packaging had a mirror in it. These two colors have been my crease for like the whole summer of like not really wearing makeup. This one is called Poussière de Lune. I'm sure I'm messing that up royally, but it's the grayish one that has the little teeny tiny sparkles in it. And these two have gotten me through like the summer of just adding like something fun with these. Like I've been using these to carve out, and I've been wearing the Farrah Hamidi a lot. But these are always going to be around because they're not limited edition. And you kind of get like that just enough warmth, just enough cool. And this acts like a matte, even though it's got the tiny little sparkles in it. It's not reflective. It's just got like the little dots, you know, of light. I could live with one of those and some sparkles and be fine. And to have a whole entire palette now of the structure that I'm looking for and also some fun. Me, the cool tone girl, is going to pick this every day if I'm being realistic. And I'm overjoyed that I have this. But if you are thinking about it, you should not buy it. Because if you have to convince yourself to buy something, it's not for you. You have to be in love with something. You have to be like, this is me. This is who I am. This is what I've been looking for. This is what I want. This is what I like to wear. I felt like that with glam from day one. And this was back in the day when people, including me, were wearing crazy, you know, eye looks. I think we've come a long way from this formula to the one that I just touched. But the consistency, the texture, the finish, this is a quintessential Chanel palette. These feel like Chanel. It went so well with the other palette because they are that same formula, that very thin, very effective, very, you know, smokes out easily, little sparkles, some pearl. This is subtle, but a lot less subtle than I thought it was, putting that sparkle on it. And I really, like in daylight, this would be hitting the light and it would dance. And I dotted it everywhere, so the whole eye has that right now. It's neat, but it's not different. There are Tom Fords that I could pull out right now that have those teeny tiny sparkles, the little ones. You know the ones I'm talking about. They're itty, itty, itty bitty. These are all choices and decisions. Some people really love the YSL formula and some people do not. I think those quads are fantastic. And the palettes that we talked about tonight are ones I reach for a lot. I can't wait to use this tomorrow. Like, I'm very excited about it. And it will become a staple for me, for sure. I want to add a little cream blush. This is the number 1 in number 9 Purple Energy. I just want to see if I can wake up my face a teeny bit. I'm used to the Westman is what I've been reaching for this summer for creams. But that we're in such a blush moment right now of life that I feel like if you don't have great blush, then like, what do you have? I have no idea what colors this is because you can't read it, but it's like a rosewood color. And I just want to take a little bit of warmth. Not like a tan, but kind of. See how much like blush changes everything. If things suck, just add blush. Don't add more eyeshadow yet. Yeah. All right, I'm going to do a quick look on the other side and we're going to wrap things up. I do want to use this brush for everybody. Since I just went in with this, I want to go in a little teeny bit with some powder just so you can see how cool this brush is. We'll use the mauve one. And then I got to do the giveaway. Okay, I'm going to take this highlightery looking one and I'm just dipping the edge. And I'm knocking off like everything extra because the thing about this brush is how delicate you can be and precise. And I don't like a highlightery highlighter. I like a little glow. And that's exactly what I'm getting. I mean, you can get a really nice little glow from this. It's a great brush, super soft. It's tapered. It floats. It's a floaty brush. A floaty blush brush. Love it. Love it. But I love the rougher brushes. I just do. I feel like they make me look better than I would if I was just using any other brush. There's something about those Shadows that is just really good on mature eyes. Okay. This is Wayne. This is the 00 Shadow and it's flat. You see that? It scrunches here. It's great for doing the whole eye. I'm going to do a quick look on this side so we can all hit the sack. We have to deal with life tomorrow. Okay, I started with the beigey color last time. I'm actually going to do something a little bit more fun on the whole lid. I'm going to start with the pink instead of the beige. Let's see if we can do like a jazzy go out outfit eye. I want to be covered in just the pink. And this brush, you can lay down color and then fluff it really easily. Because you can do the padding and you can actually swipe with it. And I'm not usually a swiper, I'm a dabber. You're planning on buying the Shoda brushes. They're so worth it. It's funny. It's like we all realize that skincare is what makes your makeup better. So are the tools, you know? Look at how pretty this is. This is just the pink. Like if you were leaving and you just wanted to like clean up your eye a little bit, I didn't even like do anything to that except put the primer on and stick the pink. It's a very easygoing palette that can get fun really fast. Okay, I'm going to go over here. Just get a little pearly thing going. I want to light this part up. These brushes are great. Okay, it's a lot better. I'm going to stick with this brush. We're going to go into the metallic smoke a little harder this time. I'm still building this though, right here. And don't look at this eye because this eye is going to be totally different. But I still always have to create the uplift. No matter what look I'm going for, I'm looking for up. And this brush, you can go much quicker. Sometimes I forget to like raise my eyebrow up and get like in the wrinkles. Just get right in there. I'm going to take my finger in this middle color, the darker one, and just, I want to smoke out the top. This is a 02 showdown. I want to go right on the lash line with the dark color from the middle. I want like a blurry line here. It's like liner, but not as severe. I have found that less is more. Like if it used to be a line, could it be a general shadow instead? Look at how much that lifted. And this is my not favorite side. And I'm just blurring out the whole area by my lid. I see why they call it the new Smoky. I'm going to take my finger in the metallic-y one. Just want to make sure that this lid in particular is lifted. I'm going to take the darkest color. This one's more work for me. Do you guys have a side that you think is better or worse than the other? That's some smoke. Okay. Should we do this one? I think that would be pretty, this like silvery color. I like that. This gives you the pearl. With some sparkle. Like I could stop there, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm going to go with this guy. I just want to keep like layering out the smoke. Okay, I feel smoky. Go silvery again, but this is the pinkier one. kind of want like a gradient. So I'm going into the platinum. That's some drama, and I don't even have liner on yet. I think I'm going to use the plummy color from Chanel. And I am going to really go in on my waterline. Get Gabby's brush. Wrong side every time. Okay, until I get mascara on, that's going to have to be that. Let's put some mascara on, then we'll do the middle of it. I want to wait until it's on. This does come in brown if you're a brown person versus a black person. I can't get into black. I mean, brown. I've tried so hard, and I know it looks like more natural. It just, I never feel like it does enough. Such a new mascara, like you can just tell that it like hasn't thickened up yet. I used to try to do mascara really fast, and it just doesn't really work for me. If you have one of these little combs, they come in handy. This is from Tweezerman. It's totally broken. There we go. Okay. I gotta wait until this dries, and then I'm gonna take this off. These from Ulta are my favorite. They're called the cotton applicators. They have a paddle on one side and a point on the other. And I love these to clean up because the tubing mascara just brushes right off. You can also use a like a brush from like your eyebrows. That also takes off like the little glitters that you can't get off. And I'm gonna clean up this edge. And put a little of my nude here. It's basically like you're correcting, or I'm correcting the shape. And I generally like line it up with my bottom lash line because I'm going to connect it right now. I'm going into the lighter base color. And now I'm taking the darkest one from the middle. And I have to go into that same area, relaxed eye, and fill it in. And I'm going to really go. Okay, are we ready for the pearl moment? Holy crap. These are really very pretty. I'm just going to take the little applicator that it came with, and I'm going to go into that color right here. And I just want to put a tiny bit here and a tiny bit here. These little applicators are handy for sparkles. And I like to use one for smoothing, but you can also use these. I like to blend out the smoke over here. And if I need like a little more color somewhere, I could just kind of like correct. So I had to go in here, and right here, I still need a little bit of dark. Smoky eyes and wrinkles go really well together because it's like smoke and mirrors. Smoke and wrinkles. Boom. I think you have this in your possession. On your screen, there are very little difference between the two eyes. This one is much smokier and heavier. This is much lighter, not as much here. I can go harder. Now we're getting into like holiday territory for me. Now, can we see a difference? I think you can get a lot of looks out of this. I mean, you could do a one and done. You can add other colors into this. This is 4 toppers and 5 base shades is what they're saying. So the 4 of them are just going to add the zhuzhung to it. And it's really about thinking ahead and prioritizing and deciding if this is you and you wind up with these kind of looks a lot, is it nice to have this palette? That's for you to decide. If I didn't have it, I would still have these looks, but I'm going to use it a lot. I know I will. I'll reach for it because all the colors go together really well, and I can put together a very pretty, sophisticated eye with very little work and very little blending. Use the right brushes and go softly, and I think it's very pretty. You have a difficult eye? I sleep on this side. Somebody should have told me. On your screen, very little difference. I agree that both looks are in the holiday territory. Well, because I went with the dabby sparkles over here. If I hadn't, remember, it was just like a fun little look, and then we jazzed it up. And this one is much more smoke. I really should do like more dark right here. You see it. And then you can't unsee it. This is why it's so like vitally important for me to open my eyes up and look straight into a mirror with the mascara on so that I can see exactly where I need to put more dark to push back that shit that's coming forward. Are we ready for a giveaway? Because I'm tired. All right. Let me okay. So the winner's going to get some little samples. Oops. From Chanel and the Equinox palette, the at Rose Harmony, which looks like it's got the CCs. I don't know where it is right now. Here, I should take a picture of this for you guys. You would die. This is what we're winning, and it goes really well with the palette. I'm going to put a little of it on. I'm going to use the Andrea brush. This picks up a tremendous amount. I don't even have blush on this side. It's so pretty. It's just such a good blush. You can even kind of carve out with it. It's just very pretty. All right, guys, we're going to do hashtag. Hold on. What? I just want the tool. There we go. All right, guys, we are going to do hashtag let's just say mauve. Hashtag MAUVE. Everybody in the chat, I want you to put in hashtag mauve if you want to be considered for the giveaway. If you live in Canada, you are likely getting a gift card from Sephora, unless we can figure something else out. Hashtag mauve, everybody in the chat. Hashtag mauve. Hashtag mauve. Come on, Molly. Who else is still here? Can win this blush. Get ready for fall, which I hate saying out loud, but kind of not. Hashtag mauve, everybody. Give you a minute. You pay the shipping? You got it, Jocelyn. Okay, guys. Hashtag mauve, everybody. All right, guys. Ready? Everybody in? Last chance. Hashtag mauve. All right. Are we ready? There's only 3 people. Come on, guys. You have it already? Okay. How about this? If you already have this blush, I will do this instead. One of my favorite things of all time. I bought like 10 of them. It's from Ami Cole, and it is her sparkly gold and silver lip gloss set that I love so much. I'm saving it for the holidays. There's one that's got the silver and one that's got the gold, and it goes on top of everything, and it's fun. And I'm going to put a little on right now. This is the silvery one. It's cushiony and delightful, and I love it. So hashtag mauve, your choice, dealer's choice, the lip glosses or the blush. Are we ready? Come on, everybody. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Jocelyn, you won again. Okay, baby. We'll work it out. We'll figure it out. Send me a DM with your address again. We'll figure it out. All right. I love everyone. Everyone have a good day tomorrow. We're coming back with I Need a Cool. And I think I'm going to have a cocktail tomorrow night when we do this. I'm going to have sangria instead of coffee. It's going to be a different vibe. Take a look at your stuff. Pull out your eyeshadows from the past. Really take a good look. Every shiny new thing is a shiny new thing. But we're not. Hi, Holly, thank you. Thank you, Jocelyn. All right, ladies. Sending you all good vibes and hugs, and have a good day tomorrow. Don't buy anything until you look at your collection. It's got to be happening. I'm working it out so that you're going to be able to take pictures of everything, and your AI is going to be able to help you when you're in shopping right at that moment. It will show you exactly what you have. Good night, everyone. Sweet dreams. We're going to be cool tomorrow. I'm going to rock it. I think I'm going to wear something grungy. See you guys tomorrow. Love you all. Good night. Sweet dreams.